Hello, family. Hello, family. Hello, family. Well, this is the day that the Lord has made, and I choose to rejoice and be glad in it. Listen, we apologize, had some technical difficulties, but we are here. What I need you to do right now is go ahead, like, share, and tag with at least 3 people. Tell them that we're on and they don't want to miss it. Not tonight. We have a special edition like we did on last week. So I need y'all to come on in. Go ahead, come on in and tell them that we are on, and I'm still in celebration mode. As soon as I got on tonight, Kay says, Pastor, you're still celebrating? It was so good. I did not want to stop. So I came on tonight just to continue the celebration. I want to thank you all, and I'm not going anywhere, but it's another special night for me, and I can't wait to see everything that will go on tonight, every guest. But I'm telling you, I am just still overwhelmed from Sunday morning. I'm telling y'all, I'm still overwhelmed. I am still, as a matter of fact, I haven't taken a nap in years, right? But today I took a nap, uh, just still mind and overload of celebration. It is one for the books. And so I want to thank you for celebrating with me on Sunday morning and then Sunday afternoon. Thank my best friend, my sister and friend, Pastor Smith, Wendy Smith, who blessed our entire life. And then I had a surprise. Bishop Jerron Williams came by. Thank you so much. And then our very own Bishop William Murphy the third and the Dream Center came out at 3 o'clock. And when I told you, it was just a blessing. I am still basking in every word, and then my church, for those who was not there, they gave me flowers, and I had so many flowers. I don't even think they could have all fit in the truck. And then when I got home, I'm like, I am going back to get every flower at the church, and I'm so happy they're still in water, but I'll get them. And I want to thank all of you for every gift, every call, every gift card, the Starbucks gift card. Thank you. Visa gift cards. Thank you. Just thank you for everything. And then I want to thank my babies, Rhema Emotion. They bless my life. When I tell you they bless my life, and under the direction of Kiera, my daughter, thank you so much. I can go on music. I mean, when I say everything, everything. So I'm going to say this because I know I'm wearing them thin right now. I'm going to thank Lottie Dottie and everybody for celebrating 6 years with me. And and I thought that was real good, and it was. But God told me, y'all, the best is yet to come. So if this past Sunday was something, ooh, I can't imagine what the next years. But He promises in His Word that our latter will be greater. So I'm looking for greater. I posted something last week saying this will be the week of miracles. This is your winning week. I forgot how I said it, but I believe that it is a spillage, just like I got a spillage over from, the old folk would say spillage. I have a spillage over from Sunday. I believe the blessings of the Lord is just going to spill over. You know how the cup and the saucer, and under the bottom, the saucer catches the spillage from the cup. That's how God is getting ready to bless your life. And so now, guys, I'll be back. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to turn it over to Miss K, the award-winning Miss K Gibson. So it's in your hand, baby.
Hey, what's up, family? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hey, everybody. I thought Pastor was gonna do her roll call to look at everybody who's on. So I'll go ahead and do that while we're on, just to give y'all a couple of minutes to share and like and tag this service. We came on a couple minutes behind, so the people may be a little confused. So make sure if you don't see your favorite Rhema people, if you don't see your friends and your family on already, make sure you invite them to this live stream, this very special live stream, as we continue to celebrate our pastor for our sixth pastoral anniversary. All right. So I see Toya is on. I see Pastor Dr. McFarland and AJ and Sister Brenda so far. That's on. Destiny is on. Sister Crystal. We have so many people who are on so far. I see Miss Crystal just popped in and say hello, good Rhema family. Hey y'all. My beautiful Denise. Hello, hello. Thank y'all so much for joining us today. If you have not already, I see AJ tagged a whole bunch of people. I need y'all to do the very same thing to make sure that your family, your friends, and the RhemaNation Church know that we are live on our Facebook and our YouTube. So make sure you do that. I see Bishop Chandler just came in. Thank you so much for joining us. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, family. Thank y'all so much. So, look, let's go ahead and jump in. Y'all know how we do. We always have to start our word encounter and our services. And hopefully, you're starting your day with this as well. We're going to start with our daily confession. Let's do that. And then we're going to jump into our actual special event. All right. So, let's do this. Read it with me together if you can see it on your screen or if you know it by heart. All right. Let's go. Thank you, Lord, for this day that is full of purpose, promise, and possibilities. This is the day that you have made for me to possess total prosperity in my health, both mentally and physically. In addition, possess in my wealth via occupation, investments, gifts, and seeds. Today is a day that men are free to sow heavily into my life. Today, I shall be a magnet for supernatural deals and bargains. Even a negative economy shall work in my favor. Therefore, I decree and declare that everything about me, my life, my family, my church, my place of employment, and those in covenant with me shall experience unimpeded success. I decree and declare that this year and every year I will make more money than I have ever made by both substance and savings. Moreover, the rest of my days shall be the best of my days, and everything I touch shall turn to gold or greater. Finally, this is the year of favorable judgments in my life, so I believe I shall receive one today. It is so, and so it is. Type in the comments. It is so, and so it is, because we believe that and we receive that. Hey, mom. My mom just jumped on. Hello, hello, hello. I see y'all still jumping on. So, yeah. So, this is what we are here for. I don't know if y'all saw the flyer today. I'm losing myself. I'm getting excited, breaking stuff around me. But saw the flyer today for Word Encounter. But we have a special edition as we continue to celebrate for in the season of celebration for our pastor's anniversary. So we're gonna have kind of a takeover. We know we've heard last week we heard from members of the Rhema family, our family and family close friends to Pastor Hall and the Rhema family, just giving words of love and encouragement to Pastor, just to show how much she means to us. So we're continuing that, and we don't know how long we're gonna do it. We like doing this. We like showering and giving our pastor her flowers. So we're gonna do that again tonight. Yes, that is right, Pastor. Right, I see you on. Elder Chandra, you're on. Miss Alfreda, Sister Alfreda, Lulu is on. Everybody is saying it is so. Absolutely, thank you so much. So we're continuing in that vein, right? And tonight we are having what we're calling a hall kid takeover. We are literally the children of Pastor Hall is going to come on and going to share some words. But before we bring on the big kids, that's what the little kids call them, as we bring on the adults, the children, we are going to bring on a special little guest. And Pastor had no idea she was coming on. because she wanted to say something. She said, "Mommy, I wanted to say something about Auntie, and you didn't ask me." So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna bring Miss Kayla on for just a couple of minutes to talk about. There she is to talk about her pastor and Auntie. Hey, Kayla,
Hi.
how are you doing?
Good.
You see everybody. Are you able to see the comments on the set on the side
Mhm.
in the chat session? You see people are saying hello. You can make sure you say hello to everybody. Just say hello, and then tell Pastor hello. She's watching. Okay.
Hi, Auntie.
Okay, so we want to make sure. So if you've been around the last few months, you know that our children's church or our student ministry is back up and running, right? So we want our children to be very much a part of our celebrations, not just in the trailer, not just in children's church, but a part of our overall celebration as well. So you seen some people saying hello, Kayla. So we invited Kayla on just as a representation of our student ministry and because she wanted to show love to Pastor. Is that right, Kayla?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So I'm gonna ask a couple of questions, and Kayla, you're gonna answer with your heart. You're gonna just say how you feel. You see, Auntie is on there. She said, "Hey, my snack cakes." Pastor calls Kayla snack cakes. All right. So we are. Are you listening, Kayla? We're gonna jump
Mhm.
into our questions. You ready?
Mhm.
All right. So today we are continuing our celebration, right, of 6 years celebrating Pastor Hall. What is something you would like to tell her on this special day?
I just want to say that she's a nice woman. She's a very have a positive attitude. She's very nice. She's very caring. I hope you have a nice celebration, and that's it.
That's it. Okay, what do you love? So, you have the privilege, the benefit or the privilege of being both connected by family and as a church member. Girl, it's not time to go to sleep. Stop yawning. You are a family member and a church member, right? So
Yes.
you have one of the benefits of knowing Pastor Hall outside of church. What do you love or like about Pastor Hall, or in this case, Auntie, when you're not at church?
Um, I like how she takes care of everybody.
Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
Like she's caring, she cheers people up, she gives positive affirmations about us. She's very caring, like I said. She's a positive woman. I just love her so much.
You love her. Yeah. And what is do you have a favorite memory with Auntie, either in church or out of church? It's totally up to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So when everybody was together at the pool, when I remember Auntie she was catching me when I was little at the pool.
She was
Like
catching you.
yeah,
Okay.
playing
So you
around.
go swimming and do like recreational things with Auntie, right? And then lastly, well not lastly, well let's say the next question. What are some things that she has taught you even as your pastor? I know you listen in church, like even when we're not in children's church, we're over in big church, right? So what are some things that you have learned? You're 9 years old, so you got a long time of listening to Auntie and to Pastor and to her teaching. What are some things that she's taught you that you remember today?
I still have to like learn more stuff about it, but my favorite line that she says every single church is that break the back of the enemy, in which I did every single day.
Yeah, yeah. The her your seed break the back of the enemy. Your prayers can break the back of the enemy. And I know just from listening to her over the years too, that really means that what you're giving, you're breaking the stronghold. Like the enemy, the enemy, right? That's the devil. He has no authority over our lives based off of the prayers that we have, the lives that we live, the seeds that we sow. We are breaking the back of the enemy. He has no power over us. So that's what that means. So that's good that you remember that. That's pretty good. They said, ah, Kayla. That's good. All right. So thank you for joining us. We are gonna end just as far, but before we go out, Kayla, they said, yes, Kayla, that is correct. After before we go out, just give some last words to Auntie. Let her know how much you love her, and just anything you want to say in celebration of Pastor Hall before you leave.
Um, Everything that I already said is the same thing that's going to be over and over. I love her so much. Positive attitude, great energy, big smiles, happy, positive. I just love her so much.
Good, good, good. Well, thank you, Kayla. Snack cakes, that's what Pastor called you. Thank you for joining us today and being our special guest on the takeover.
You're
We love
welcome.
you, and Auntie says
Love,
she loves you.
love you.
Okay, good night. Well, I'll see you in a minute.
Bye.
Bye. Y'all give my baby some hearts. That's my baby. They said, good job, Kayla. She came on here. She listens to her auntie. She listens to her pastor. And she does. And all of our kids do. You will be so surprised. So if you Rhema members are on, and I know you've seen our children's church, our student ministry in action. If you come over to the youth zone, you will see that our children learn, they learn the word of God, and they do pay attention to what's coming across the pulpit, even when we're not over in youth zone. And it comes out, right? Not they can regurgitate it, but they can also explain it and have conversations about the things that they learn of the pulpit. So we want to thank Pastor McFarland. We want to thank Pastor Tiger and the voices that we have sharing the word, and especially our pastor who shares the word weekly, and they listen and they learn and they really, really do. So thank y'all so much. So give it up for Kayla Gibson for coming on. All right. So now we are gonna have this is the special section of this edition of Word Encounter, right? So now this is the segment that we're calling the Hall Kids Takeover. So we're gonna bring to the screen, all of us gonna be on at one time. We're gonna bring Anthony Hall, Stevie Hall, and Ember Lumpkin on, affectionately known as the Hall children. They're gonna come on, and we're gonna all be on the screen. Look at Pastor back on the phone. What you doing back on? You're not supposed to be here. Come on, come on, come on. Hey y'all. Hey,
Hey,
y'all on? Y'all on? Y'all here? Okay.
Yeah, I can
I
hear.
see y'all. I wanna make sure. I okay, we're all on. Can we see it? Y'all see each other? Y'all can see. Y'all can hear me okay?
Yep.
yeah,
Okay. Okay, Ember, you were right earlier. I'm sorry, because I can't only see half of your head. There
or
you go.
from the
Hey
picture.
y'all. You're good. You good. All right. So we are here. These are the children of Pastor Hall. I know we always give every year we all come on. We have our encouraging words. We share our love. But we always definitely want to hold a special place for the children of Pastor Hall, especially in these moments. So we're gonna do it. I told them earlier. We're gonna do it like podcast style. So it's a little bit different than what we generally do. What kind of somebody just comes on and say what pastor means to them. We're gonna ask questions because if you're not sure, I guess if you haven't had the privilege of knowing who they are, we want to one introduce them, just kind of identify who they are, and just hear more about them and from their hearts about Pastor Hall and what she means as well. All right, so let's start off with some introductions. Let's start off with the oldest, Miss Ember. Introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, hello, everybody. Good evening. I am Ember Lumpkin. I am the oldest, the daughter. Um, that's it.
Oh, okay.
That's
And then
it. The boys will have the razzle dazzle.
I know. And Stevie, the middle child who has middle syndrome like crazy.
Do I have middle syndrome?
Middle
I
child
guess
syndrome.
I
You
do.
don't. I kid. Go
I
ahead.
am. I'm Stevie. I'm actually Steven. I've been Stevie for 40 years. I don't know when I'm gonna stop being Stevie. But I'm Stevie. I'm the middle child and most attractive, and that's it.
Did he say most attractive?
I can't.
I did.
I don't either, okay?
I can't. Like I think I have access and say some off the wall stuff. I'm gonna be muting. Call them. Do y'all like Deacon Nodrick do me when I start talking about androids? All right, that's Stevie, and then last and certainly not least, the baby of the bunch, Anthony.
Hi, I'm Anthony. I'm the baby.
I can't stand it. Y'all not gonna give me a hard time tonight. Y'all are
Ah.
not gonna give me a hard time tonight. All right, cool. So we are gonna have a conversation about Pastor Hall, our lives together, and just kind of what that looks like at the church and outside of the church. All right. So let's start off with just a couple of questions for those who know Pastor Hall as a pastor. We want to introduce her as the mother. So, who is she when she's not in the pulpit? And we're going to start that off with Ember. We're going to have you start off with that question. Who is Pastor Hall when she's not in the pulpit?
Well, she's a busy bee. I'll tell you that much. So she is a nana. She is mom. That's what I call her, mom. But definitely a great woman of influence, a great woman, just a good nana, a good mom, someone who's always paying attention to everyone that needs help and that just needs to be loved.
Okay. I guess all three of you can answer that question. That can be different from for each one of your perspectives.
Well, I think Ember hit it on the head, but I think the whole point of this is to give people an insight on our view of her. And I
Mhm.
think honestly, she's the exact same person that you see on Sunday. It is just in a very more raw way. She's not, things are not always presented the most politically correct. So she's the same person. And I think that's what you want in a leader, when somebody can, their children or their significant others can tell you that this is the same person that you're seeing on Sunday. So that's what I would say.
And I can co-sign on that. And even when you say she's even more raw, she is, because she can be a little raw on the microphone as well. I'm steadily
Absolutely.
she's on the microphone, and we texting her. Wait, like you can't. Your mouth is open. You gotta have the the filter on
Absolutely.
sometimes. But we do love that. And somebody else said that earlier, or last week, as well. That what you see is what you get, and that's what makes her so amazing. Like you have like she doesn't have that pretentiousness or that facade, that people see when it comes to, some pastors or some preachers, just kind of like in your face. You're one way on the screen, and you're different at home. Like she's literally the same. So she's definitely, she said, I'm on this live. You're right. I'm sorry. You're
Yeah,
right.
you're right.
You're right. But what you see is what you get. We do love that. And Anthony, from your take, what you say?
I just piggyback off of my siblings. I mean, she's the same. I mean, her mouth is a little, little, as Dad would say, used to say, a little flip sometimes, and we
Hmm.
have to reel her in. But
Hmm.
she's the same. She's the same loving, the same caring, the same kind person that we see on Sundays. We get that at home. So she's the same.
Absolutely.
So that's it.
Absolutely. Um, okay, so we want to talk about just kind of childhood and family, and more specifically for Anthony and Stevie, and of course Ember, we're gonna bring you into the conversation as well. But what's one lesson, like as children, what's one lesson your mother has taught you growing up that still impacts you today, that you live today? And that could be either of you, honestly.
Um, I guess I'll go first. The lesson I think that I've learned throughout our entire relationship is how to love unconditionally. Um, we kind of were thrown together, me and her. We had to learn how to love each other. So throughout the years, when I was very difficult in the beginning, um, and she basically worked around everything that I threw at her, and we came to a strong understanding that she wasn't going anywhere, and I wasn't going anywhere, and we learned how to love each other, and that has gotten us through a lot of times just in our relationship. So I think just unconditional love, unconditional honesty, accountability, um, how you can love somebody, through any kind of circumstance. So that's my take.
Absolutely. And just to give, just for people, most of the Rama family is pretty familiar with just kind of like the family makeup, but let's explain how the family is, how we all came
Absolutely.
together, where it's kind of like a transformer kind of situation.
So I, my father and overseer, um, got married. What was it, Anthony? 94?
Yeah, like
Was it
93,
94?
94.
90,
Mm-hmm.
93, 94. So my father had me, and overseer had Anthony, and we just gelled together, and they got married, and we all basically learned how to love each other. I'm pretty sure Anthony and Daddy had their situations where they had to learn each other, and me and Overseer had to learn each other. And once we got and we figured, okay, everybody knows each other, we love each other, we met Ember. And then Ember came in, and then we had to do all this over again. And we met Ember, I think I was ninth, 10th grade.
Hmm.
Because no, Ember, you were a freshman in college?
Yeah, freshman in college.
So that means I had to be probably in
I was
11th
18,
grade.
you were 16.
Yeah, so I was like 16. So she came in and they set us down and explained to us, because when you're son of a pastor, you hear the word son and daughter thrown around a lot. Um, you hear that word thrown around a lot. So I think they had to sit us down and establish that this is something different. This is not, a son in ministry, or a daughter is not your daughter, your sister in ministry. This is your sister. And from that talk, I took it very seriously, and we've been rocking and rolling ever since.
Okay. So yeah, so and that's kind of one of the messages, I won't say platform, but like we understand like that is like the specialness, I guess, about your family and just kind of the makeup. Bishop and pastor talked about it on stages everywhere about just the blended family, and just
Mhm.
just how like what it looks like a successfully blended family, because it's not always like easy. There were challenges, but you've done it well. You like, you can't tell if you don't know the story. Like, you literally do not know, you know what I mean, that you all came at different parts of life at different
Absolutely.
ages. You literally like all mesh well together. So thank you for sharing that. Anthony, did you want to add to that?
I think the question was life lessons that she's.
Of course, yeah, like growing up, the impact. Hmm.
I would say kindness. Um, and I would say consistently kind. I never every approach that she has had is always, it may get rocky in the middle, but it start off with kindness and it ends in kindness. She taught me how to be kind, even though, you know, I don't apply it all the time. But she taught me how to be kind. So that's my life lesson. Is to be kind.
Okay. And Ember, what about those life lessons? Something that has kind of like that started early, from just whenever growing up, just through life. What are those life or one life lesson that kind of sticks out to you?
Well, I remember one time in college, something was happening. And my mom said, you just pray for discernment, pray for good and evil. Tell God to show you it immediately. And if I promise you, within 30 minutes, I saw, oh, okay, like physically saw. So definitely just reaching out. If you want to see it, go ahead and ask God so you can see.
Mm-hmm. And that kind of goes, kind of, you just gave kind of a story, kind of sort of, but that was going to be my next question. Give us a story that perfectly captures who your mom really is, something that the church may not know. Who want to take that one?
Uh,
Stevie always got a story.
um, Anthony, take that one.
You the story guy, and you got the stories.
Okay, so one story. Uh, okay, so I just told y'all how I would give mama a hard time, when her and daddy first got married. So I think one day she couldn't take it no more. She couldn't take it no more. And I had a brand new Atlanta Braves jersey, and mama snatched me up out of service one day by my jersey. And like I said, she just basically let me know that, I love you and I'm not going nowhere, and you can fight this or you can get on board, but I'm not going nowhere, nor are you finna disrespect me. And I was terrified in that moment, but I realized that she really loved me, but I realized she really loved my father because the patience that she was showing me. Um, so that would always stick with me, and I think that's when she stopped. And I used to call her Miss Vanessa when I was little because I was worried about calling her mom and stuff like that. But after that day, she was mom. She was mama after that day. So that always sticks with me.
I love it.
I got other stories, but I'm not gonna
She
go
just
there.
commented, watch it. So you might want to,
Hey,
might want to watch it too. All right,
Yeah, I'm not gonna
talking
go.
about. So nobody got a whooping. Nobody want to tell a story about. We are not an abusive family.
Ember missed all the whoopings. She would have got one anyway. Ember
never would
does.
have
She
got
always do the
one.
right thing. She would have never got one. I take that back. She would have never got one. Me and
Mm-mm.
Anthony got plenty.
All right, so we want to
Yeah.
flip over to kind of like the ministry side. So working with her. So all of you are licensed ministers and work in ministry, serve in ministry in some capacity. And sometimes that's a little more elevated. Sometimes it's kind of chill. But we've been a part of like in ministry, obviously in church, pretty much the whole way. But you serve in ministry. So what's it like serving in ministry alongside your mother? And is it easy, challenging, rewarding, or all three? Anthony Squinton. We're gonna start with Anthony, and then we're gonna let all y'all answer this one though.
um,
Go ahead, Anthony.
it is all of the above. Bittersweet. Um, the rewarding part is to see people's lives being changed. To see people's lives being changed. And to see that your parents, um, or that your parent at this point had a part in it, and to see people come and get saved, delivered, and you help the people in the community. The bitter part is to see those same people um, not be kind, not reciprocate what she has given. Um, and I tell people all the time, you know, they forget, they or when they don't treat her kindly or say things. I make a joke about it, but I really be serious. I said, y'all forget that she was your counselor too, so she knows your secrets too.
Mm-hmm.
But she never exposes people. Never. We used to call Dad the vault. It's because he carried everything to the grave. He never did people how they treated him. So it's ministry is bittersweet. But the reward is that to see when you can physically see people come to church one way, and then over Sundays you see their lives being changed and being impacted. That's the reward. So that's my take on my little piece of take on ministry. The challenges and the reward that comes with it.
Okay. And Ember, you are our chief intercessor. So you're, like kind of day to day in ministry with our church and with the leaders of our church and alongside your mom. What's it like for you working in ministry? And same question, is it rewarding? Is it challenging? How is that for you?
Yes, for sure. I think definitely it's servanthood. You definitely have to be, it's not for the weak. I think Anthony hit it dead on where you see them or you see mom now giving her all for people to then not reciprocate it. But I think that's what really, in a sense, ministry is about. It's not about you, it's in what you give. I guess you don't expect it to be returned because you're doing it for the kingdom. Right.
Hmm.
And at the end of the day, it's about souls and lives getting changed and people actually knowing Christ. So definitely it is servanthood, and it takes quite a bit of emotional intelligence because people are challenging. Yeah. Even when they love
Hmm.
Jesus. I think William Murphy said it kind of best on Sunday. They cut up in the church,
Oh, yeah, they
right?
do.
They
Yeah.
cut up in the church, but it's definitely rewarding. But the reward outweighs the challenge.
That is yes to all of that.
The reward
Is
outweighs
Stevie
the
still on? I
challenge.
don't know if Stevie had if Stevie you wanted to be a part or answer that as well. I don't see him on. He may had to. I don't know if he had to disconnect, but we'll see. He's still there. Okay. And the question, Stevie, we're talking about just working in ministry alongside your mom or just in the church. Like, what's your take on ministry, just from your perspective as a minister?
I haven't done it as long as my brother and my sister. So for the short period of time that I have, it's all three. I'll agree with all of them to say it's all three. The challenging part, I think, is that we
Wait a second. Your mic is kind of muffled. Maybe hit mute and come off or something.
can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, it's kind of challenged.
Fix
Like
that raggedy phone.
it's time for a new phone.
Fix it.
Next question. I'm gonna come in and come back out. How about that?
All right, do that. And we'll hold the question for you. We'll come back to it
Okay.
when you come back on. Okay. All right, and but we'll keep talking about ministry as well. So you've had a front row seat to these 6 years of ministry, the Vanessa Hall years of the RhemaNation Church. Of course, we've been here throughout, like from the very beginning of Bishop Hall as the senior pastor of the RhemaNation or the Rhema Christian Fellowship in Athens, and then we transitioned to Atlanta. So we've been here through all those years, but these last 6 years are obviously monumental. It was a different everything for us, right? It kind of uprooted everything we had kind of known in ministry. It changed the game for us. What does that look like for you since you've had that front row seat? Like, what has been? I want to ask, what's been the most inspiring thing you've watched your mom do as a senior pastor over the last 6 years? Either
I
one of
think
you.
I think it's just continuously showing up. We talk about the story in the beginning and to see the transition and evolution of it. I think even remembering when I was an undergrad at UGA, when she first started preaching, to see how much of a change and how much growth has happened. It is definitely seeing just this weekend, the evolution of it is just it's amazing. The maturity that she has in Christ to deliver God's word and articulate it is truly so I think So the beginning, when Dad passed away, and just being able to say, I'm going to take this mantle and then walk it truly with her own, in her own way, that took some time.
Okay.
Yeah, put out.
It looks like Stevie came back on and took Ember out. That's technology for you. It's fine. Stevie, say something. Let me see if we can hear you again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
All right.
Okay, so you were asking a question, answering the question about ministry, like from your take. You said that you haven't been on the ministry side as long, but you've of course walked with them. I mean, from a child, you know what ministry looks like. But you accepted your call a little more recently. So what does that look like for you? What does ministry with your mom look like? Ministry as part of the church, or just as a whole? Is that rewarding? Is that challenging? Is it easy? Like, how is that for you?
It's all three. I heard them say that it's all three, and it is. I haven't been doing it as long as him or Ember, Anthony or Ember, but it is rewarding because you do get a chance to, especially now when I go out and I go places, I travel a little bit more with mom, so I am able to see the impact of what she's doing and what our church is doing. A lot of people talk about our church and talk about how we've kind of kept going after Daddy died, and so just that the challenging part sometimes is it's almost like working for your parents. It's the I'll let y'all on a little secret. Mama texted us about a month ago, and she got on to us really, really, but she really got on to me and Anthony. She didn't say anything bad to Ember, but she got on to us about what we could be doing and just taking the church a little bit more seriously and things like that. So I say that to say the same accountability that she holds every other leader in our church to, in a sense, sometimes she holds us to a higher standard
Sure.
because of just what everything that our father did to kind of start the ministry, everything that he put into it, everything that they did. And I want to say that we talk a lot about what he did, but Mama was there the whole time, from
Mm-hmm.
Jump Street, and so everything that they've done, you do as an adult, as a 40-year-old person, you do feel a sense of responsibility to do a little bit more than I have been doing, and she holds us to that. So that's the challenging part. And again, she doesn't say it in the way that y'all hear it on the pulpit. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I rather her chat GPT a message to me because it comes off a little better than how she would probably normally say it. So, but that's I think all the aspects of doing this with her.
Okay. And just to take it a little bit, a little further, with that, um, so she does have that level of accountability, and we get that on the family side, just kind of like as a whole, like anybody who's close to her, not necessarily just family, but anybody who's close to Pastor Hall knows that there's this level of accountability that and it's nothing that she don't do herself. You know what I mean? Like she's like, we're expected to be this way. We're serving God this way, is there, like, do you feel like, I know that she has that accountability, but as a child or just as a minister, like, do you have that same accountability? Like, do you want that for yourself, or do you feel that for yourself?
Hmm. Um. It depends on what day you're asking me. It depends on what.
Her.
I mean, honestly, no. I mean, I like I said, we and this is me and Anthony have seen it all.
Sure.
So when I say that, it's because we were allowed to see everything. So where
Mhm.
people see the microphone and the armor bearers and the kind of glam side of it, it's the other side of it too. So
Mhm.
that's why I have never been in a rush. I've never rushed this process because
Mm-hmm.
I've had a chance to see all of it. And I think if more people did get a chance to see all of it, we wouldn't have as many ministers licensed as we do in the world.
Heard. Heard. Anybody else want to add to that? Ember, do a sound check just to make sure you're back on.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Okay.
she's there.
Yes.
You got the mic.
Restate the question again, Kay.
No, I was just asking. So Stevie, in answering the question about ministry, just talked about like the level of accountability that pastor
Mm-hmm.
kind of places on y'all, just kind of as
Mm-hmm.
a representation of who she is and of the family and of God and
Mm-hmm.
the church. Like, do you feel that same sense, like with or without her? Like, do you feel that same sense of responsibility or accountability in ministry?
Okay. Definitely. She used to hit you with that. This your daddy's legacy. To kind of
Mm-hmm.
give churchy there. But what I will say is the accountability definitely, as we all mature, is coming from within. It's based on our relationship. I don't ever want to embarrass the kingdom. And I think
Right.
mom says that, but how I interact at church, how I interact at work, how I interact in the world, um, I don't want to embarrass the kingdom. So there's accountability, definitely for sure. I don't want to embarrass my parents, my husband, my children, my brothers, nobody. So um,
Mhm.
there is definitely accountability, but the accountability um, comes from your relationship with Christ and not embarrassing the kingdom. So
Absolutely. And there is a there could be a stigma about pastors' kids. Thankfully, we don't necessarily we don't necessarily have that, like the stigma of like, the pastor kids are the worst ones in the church, or the, the least, I don't know, whatever. But you know what the stereotype is. We are grateful y'all are a great representation. I'll say that, of who they are, of who they have been, how they raised y'all, and just what they teach and preach. So kudos to y'all. And kudos to them on raising y'all right. We'll say that. All right, so this is our 6th year. We're gonna and as we wrap it up, this is our 6th year. What do you think, or when you think about Rhema today versus 6 years ago? This is kind of bringing the church as a whole, with Pastor Hall, of course, in mind. What makes you most proud about the church? Who jumping in?
Come on, Ember. Because you look like you got some good. You can cut some time off. You're giving us a good answer. Go ahead.
Uh, well, what I'm most proud about the church is their commitment to Christ. A lot of times in conversations with my mom, I'll say, I want what everyone is doing is for the kingdom. But I think we're getting people who are being committed to Christ, not just committed to Rhema or committed to her. And at the end of the day, that is all that matters. I'm proud of the church for not just sticking it out with her, but sticking it out because you believe in the vision and the mission of the RhemaNation. So I'm definitely proud of that. There's always room to grow, but I'm proud that the people desire to grow.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree. We have seen it's a different church, not in the sense, definitely in the sense of growth, but we have new faces over
Yeah.
the last 6 years.
Yeah.
And we, because we've been there the whole time, we can kind of take that for granted that we have new faces. But people are here at our church who have no idea who Bishop Stephen B. Hall was necessarily. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? So like we've had to be that representation of, what we were, but also developing like continuing that personality, the personality of our church, and just kind of who we are.
Yeah.
So you're spot on with that.
Yeah.
uh
And for sure,
Anthony.
one thing I will say is that even when dad was alive, dad was a loving man and mom is a very loving woman. Um,
Mhm.
so, even how me coming into the family, I think earlier I didn't get to share, I was a member of Rhema Athens as I was in undergrad at UGA. And Stevie
Mhm.
talked about me coming around when I was 18. But part of that story is that um, my mom was in a car accident, but I was active in the church, but I was quiet, sat on the left side. I grew up in Louisiana. My mom was in a car accident. I went home to see her, didn't think she was going to die, but she ended up passing away. I came back to church. I came back to Georgia to take my finals. And my anchor has always been Christ. I came to church on a Tuesday night, walked in the vestibule. Mom met me in the vestibule and said, you're our daughter now. And of course, that took some time, but that shows the love and the kindness and the patience that they desired. And just to continue loving me, to show me that I had someone as I, was trying to finish undergrad and then the rest of life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And she is. She's that.
Mhm.
And the church has been embracing too.
Yeah,
Just who we are
yeah,
as a church. It's a great place to be a part
absolutely.
of. It's a great church to be a part of, a great ministry to be a part of, a great place to come and grow spiritually. So kudos to the RhemaNation family as well, just for being on this journey with us these last 6 years as well. All
Yeah.
right, so we're gonna switch over as we end. We're gonna hop over to a quick fun question. Be honest, who is Pastor Hall's favorite child this
That's
week and
easy.
why?
That's easy. It's easy.
Who is it?
It's
I
Anthony.
Anthony.
think,
No, I'm just
I
playing.
think, I think
That's my
everybody
baby.
has their strong suits. I think she loves something very much so about every single one of us.
That's a
But
good answer.
That's
uh-huh.
so that's so
Politically correct.
diplomatic.
So
Uh-huh.
politically correct.
Good answer.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Because it sounds like y'all scared of each other, but it's okay. It's all right.
That's what it is.
We're just scared of Amber. That's what it is. We let her answer.
I was looking at the comments, and Pastor Wright says that coming back after decades, I can say the love and RhemaNation has not changed. It's always been a place where you can go,
Absolutely.
where you can grow without question.
Yeah.
For
Absolutely.
sure. For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Great place. All right. So last question as we wrap this thing up. If Pastor Hall were sitting in this chair right now, she is, she watching and hovering over. What's one thing you'd want to say to her that she may not hear often enough from you, from the church, just as a whole? And I want each one of you to give your take on what that could be.
Um, I would say simply thank you. Um, like the last 6 years, and most people don't know this, is that I was living on my own and everything. I moved back home with my mom 2 weeks after we buried our father, and I've been here ever since. So I see a lot of, a lot of things. Um, but just I thank you for your consistent yes that you have given God and that you have given Rhema. Um, but all in a nutshell, it's just simply thank you. Thank you for like everything that you do for us, your grandkids, your church, uh, full gospel, everybody. So if it's all in a nutshell, simply mine is simply thank you.
Stevie?
Uh, I will second what Anthony said with a. It is thank you. I think the one thing we were sitting down Sunday. We went out to eat after church, and I think the one thing that I would tell her is, "You're doing it." Um, Everything that she promised our Father that she would do, she's doing it. And in the day and age that we live in, where I don't think people take marriage as seriously as we probably should, as a divorcee, I can say that. Uh,
Or
but those vows, um, Remember, you crazy.
Because Anthony in the background. I'm yet holding on. I'm gonna stay with him.
um,
17 years in.
yeah.
Stick beside him.
When you listen to vows, I think we take them as a casualty, and I think m- my mom is the first person that I've experienced to actually truly live out the vows of marriage, sickness and health, rich or poor, death do us part, and to see her and the way she still thinks about daddy, even though he's been gone 6 years, and it's not in a obsessive way, but it's I promised something to somebody, and
Yeah.
I gotta hold to my promise, and so I think for that, looking at how she's doing it and what she's doing and her mindset as it concerns the church and how she continues to hold us to that. A lot of our conversations, sometimes it blows me. I'm gonna be honest with you, but a lot of our conversation is about what we all promised him, and she is a constant reminder of things that we told him, the challenge, the charges that he gave each one of us individually and collectively. And so, just to see her and her mindset as it concerns the things that they built together is very admirable. And I
Mhm.
think that she should know that people notice. I notice, and I think other people notice it so well. I'm sorry, Ben, for being so long. Go ahead, bro.
That was great, Stevie.
Thank you, sister.
That was great.
Thank you.
Well,
Okay,
I
and
think they
Amber.
both summed it up good. I think they both summed it up really great. Definitely, we are a love you family every time you get off the phone. But definitely, I think those are things. Thank you, and just the appreciativeness of just keeping the legacy going. Um, just you've done an amazing job. You continue to uh, live out, like Stevie said, your word is your bond. What you say, you do, and that's how you build trust, honey. By doing what you say you're gonna do. Yeah, even when nobody's looking. So, definitely the legacy. She tells us we're the legacy, but she is keeping the legacy forever gone.
Hmm. For sure.
Absolutely. Well, thank y'all so much, Hall children, Hall kids. How y'all want to be addressed? I don't know if y'all want to be called the kids.
It don't matter.
Oh. Thank y'all so much. Y'all give it up, people in the comments, Raymond family, family and friends. Give it up for the Hall clan, Hall kids, all of the things. Stevie, Anthony, and Ember, who joined us tonight. Hopefully, Pastor was able to hear all of the wonderful things spoken from the heart, and that you guys learned a little bit more about the family and just their bond and relationship, and how that is in relationship with the RhemaNation family and our ministry. It's just our one big family as a whole. So thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. This has been an amazing celebration, and Pastor's going to come back on in just a moment to wrap all of this up with her, her final thank yous. But we just want to big up our pastor. We are forever. We want to make sure that we are in a forever in a posture of celebration. We do not take for granted the amazing leader she is, even through all of the challenges, all of the changes, the evolution. It has been a pleasure to watch that evolution and that growth and be a part of the journey. So, Rhema family, drop in the comments. Let's show some love for Pastor Hall in the comments. I know we weren't able to invite everybody on the screen, on the microphone over this last couple of weeks of celebration, but you can drop in the comments, and that's something that lives forever through screenshots and through her memory as she sees that. So make sure you drop those comments of love to Pastor Hall. Just thanking her and wishing her a happy sixth pastoral anniversary and many more to come. Pastor Hall says next year you will interview me. Okay, she wants me to interview her. We can do that. We can do this live podcast thing. Oh, and speaking of podcasts, well, first of all, but wait. before we get to that, we want to give you an opportunity to give. We always talk about no worship experience, even though this was a different type of worship experience. We're still worshiping. One, we want to definitely invite you to connect with the RhemaNation family. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I don't normally do this. It's Pastor Hall's job, but we want to definitely give you the opportunity to connect with the RhemaNation church family. I'm sorry, Naki, I know you pulled up the giving screen, but we want to give you the opportunity to connect with Jesus Christ, with the RhemaNation church. If you want to be saved, all you have to do is literally ask the Lord to come into your heart. Tell him that you want to be saved. Give him your hand, give him your heart, and it's just that simple. It's no magic powder dust. It's nothing, no hocus pocus that you have to do. You literally have to invite him into your heart and say, I want to be saved. Save me, Lord. And you want to invite him into your heart. And just like that, you profess him as your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and instantly you are saved, right? So if you want that, if you want someone to walk you through that, definitely connect with the RhemaNation family. We have a link on the screen, the RhemaNation.org/connect. You can send us a quick message. You can call that number, and we have our ministers and elders and our pastoral staff on standby that can walk you through what we refer to as the Roman road of salvation, right? To be saved. Or if you need a pastor, we just talked a whole hour about how incredible our senior pastor, Pastor Vanessa Hall, is. If you are in search of a pastor, you need a church home. If you have seen any part of the RhemaNation or been a part of any of the RhemaNation experience, you know that our pastor is incredible, right? And once you have found your pastor, you can look at her and say, I want that to be my pastor. Then you've definitely found your church. And the RhemaNation church wants you to be a part of our church family. Or if you need special prayer, you can hit up that link as well. So it's the RhemaNation.org/connect. And our ministers, elders, pastors are on standby to join and connect in with you. Okay. And then secondly, no worship experience. Like I said, this is a special segment, but there's always an element of worship anytime the Rhema experience is on, right? So no worship experience is complete without the presentation of a gift. So we want to offer you the opportunity to give, connect to the RhemaNation through your giving. And we have several ways that you can give. You can scan the QR code. My iPhone users can scan the QR code. You can go on Givelify if you use that. That's an amazing app where you can just kind of like tap one and done. You can go to our website at the RhemaNation.org/giving. Our pastors love offering. We still are celebrating our pastor through our gifts as well. If you weren't able to be a part of our celebratory seed during the celebration, there is always the opportunity to give through her love offering on Cash App at $ Pastor Vanessa Hall. And we also take good cashable checks by mail at 5310 Rock Springs Road in Lithonia, Georgia. So you have all of those ways to give. And with that address, if you have never been to the RhemaNation Church, take that address, screenshot this right now, 5310 Rock Springs Road in Lithonia or Stonecrest, Georgia, the city of Stonecrest, and come and join us on Sundays at 10 a.m. All right, family. And before we do that, while we're giving, let's say our giver's confession together. That is something that helps us complete our giving experience. So let's read that together. And it says, these are my giving hands, and my giving hands are micro reflections of my receiving hands. Because I am a giver, I decree and declare that this is not a season, but a lifestyle of increase, overflow, options, bigger and better. And it is so, and so it is. And just like that, your seed is blessed. And we hope that you will take that opportunity to give. All right. Somebody say it is so. What y'all say? I feel like y'all cutting up in these comments. Somebody said, all right, Kay, go on and handle business. Listen, I'm here. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So while I'm here, I might as well do the job, right? Walk the service. Love you, Pastor Hall. That's what everybody's saying. So make sure y'all honor Pastor. Let's continue to do that. We are in a season of celebration. It doesn't just stop with these services, right? And then right before we bring Pastor Hall on, we have two special announcements. First, if you were in service, you received a card that showed our magazine, our celebratory commemorative digital magazine. We showed some a lot of our ministries and families and businesses gave words of encouragement and gave like creative expressions of their love in that magazine. So we wanted to make sure everybody had an opportunity to see that. If somebody can type in the chat, so if anybody, you know, if you missed the scan or the website to see the magazine is the RhemaNation.org/VRH6. It was the same link that we used for the form, and now it's the magazine. So it's the RhemaNation.org/VRH6. That magazine has showcased beautiful accomplishments that we have witnessed over the last 6 years. It was just on the screen. I don't know what happened. But her story, we learned a little bit about our guest speakers who shared with us, and then the as well as we love on Pastor Hall continuously in the season. And then secondly, stick around for like 2 seconds, a minute and a half, because we I see I see the video. You weren't listening to me talk at the same time. It's totally fine. But you saw how beautiful the magazine was. I was just talking. And then secondly, we want to show the special announcement that we made, and we want y'all to get excited about it. So introducing the Widow Seat podcast. We want you to take a look at this teaser, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Grief and pain can birth what was already inside of you to come out.
It made me feel in a place of despair for a moment.
You know, I can't stay back there. I miss him.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Keep moving
Keep
forward.
moving.
Yeah, you got to have the tenacity of a bull, even in our circumstances, to keep it moving.
This is the first time I've been on my own in my life.
Wow. Right?
Yeah.
How did you begin to find new purpose after your loss?
But it has definitely been a journey, and I'm discovering who Tiana is.
It's still a void. Yeah. Now, they don't have their dad.
My style is not his style.
Absolutely.
Because they were very young.
Talking about now that you're like, man, this is not for me.
The way he would do things is not the way I do things.
5 and 7.
Navigating through this by yourself, and you feel like you by yourself. So
God has a way to show you, I'm with you.
I'm with you. After 18 years, would you consider?
Definitely.
For the first time. And so thank you for taking this journey with me. I'm your host, Vanessa Hall, to the Widow's Seat. You don't want to miss it.
How incredible is that? The Widow Seat is coming to YouTube. We made this announcement on Sunday as a surprise to Pastor, even though she, of course, had done all the hard work. We talked about that Sunday. She did all the work already in producing it. And we, as a RhemaNation family, helped to, we are standing it up and standing her up and holding her arms up and pushing her along with this podcast. So it airs on July 1st, 2026 on YouTube. If you did not subscribe already, make sure you subscribe to the RhemaNation. If somebody want to drop it in the chat, it's YouTube, and it's at the Widow Seat. I said the RhemaNation. I'm sorry, at the Widow Seat. So all together, TheWidowsSeat. The Widow Seat is on YouTube. It will stream on all different podcasting platforms. We want to make sure we have an exceptional beginning, an exceptional launch to this podcast. So make sure you drop some congratulations in the chat for our pastor. All right, so we are coming to a close. I was trying to see if pastor was still on. I can't tell if she's still on. If she is, just pop up while I'm talking. It's totally okay, Nakia, if she is still on or if she's not. I don't know. We'll see in a minute. But thank y'all so much for joining. This has been the most amazing pleasure just from my end personally. It's such an amazing it has been an honor and a pleasure to serve with Pastor Hall. It's literally been all of my life as well. For literally all of my life. She was in the delivery room when I was born. So all of my life I have looked up to her. She has, have been through so much, and it has been the honor of my life to be there as a support for her and for this celebration, right? The sixth pastoral celebration. They said we wouldn't last 6 days. Bishop William Murphy said this on Sunday. They said we wouldn't last 6 minutes, 6 days, 6 months. And here we are 6 years later, and our pastor is killing the game, right? And we are so grateful, and we thank God for that. All right, so it looks like she was disconnected. So maybe she'll come on at a different time.
I'm on.
She is on. I'm sorry. I was about to do a Pastor Hall. I was about to break the back of the enemy and all the things. Like Kayla said, your camera isn't on. The people can't see you, Pastor. But ladies and gentlemen, Rhema family and friends, let's bring back our pastor. Pastor, thank you for this opportunity to honor you and to support you during this time of celebration. And we love you so much, and we can't wait to see what the next few years bring. And we love you. That's it.
Well, can we give it up for Kay, our host for tonight and last week? What I was saying, and I was typing wrong, Kay. I said, I'm going to have you to interview me next week, not next year.
Oh, okay.
So
Very well.
I think her interviewing me, I love just talking without a script or right off the cuff. And it'll give me an opportunity. My children did well, but I'm gonna I'm gonna talk about them next week. Let's no,
Her,
they
we
were
here.
good. Thank you so much. And I want to thank you and thank your team for this week. It was one for the books. I really do. When I tell y'all, I cried so much on Sunday, and I asked Kay, I said, why these videos you give me every year? She talking about, Auntie, they the same pictures. I said, no, it wasn't. No, this was different. And I'm just weeping. I am never without words. I'm kind of like Bishop. The more I'm happy on the inside, the less I talk. Like I remember on his 40th birthday, we gave him this presidential Rolex watch blinged out. And all he could do was say, thank you. And I'm saying to myself, no, you need to do more than that. You need to jump up. You need to say something. But the more excited he was, the less he did. And most people didn't know that Bishop was an introvert. He didn't, he talked a lot at church just because he had to, but a lot of times at home, I knew him, so he wouldn't talk that much. And so, that's why they say opposite attracts. And sometimes I can talk too much. So, and so that's how I was on Sunday. Literally overwhelmed from beginning to end. And everybody know me that's around me. Heard Tamika say, you know how you get when anniversary come? And I do. I had calls saying, what do you want? And I'm like, no, I'm not saying a word. I'm not going to say anything because I get antsy because I'm a person that always do. I don't always wait for it to be done. It's like the movie Ray Charles, and the conductor was back there, and Ray Charles, he would dim the lights. He would say, "Count, when I count 1, 2, 3, dim the lights," and do something, shine the spotlight on him. And so when Ray Charles finished, he said, "Well, Ray Charles asked the conductor, who told you to do that?" He said, "No, nobody told me. It just needed to be done." So I am, if y'all want to know who I am the pastor. When I see a thing, hear a thing, I just react because it needed to be done. And not that I don't trust anybody. And I'm learning how to, I think I'm doing good at this, Kay. I'm delegating better. I just say, y'all do it. They said, what you want? I say, y'all do it. Right? Am I getting better?
You getting better.
I'm getting better. I promise. Because I promise you, at this time of the year, it was, and it's just a stem. And I think sometimes because we're creatures of habit, Bishop and I would always get nervous at anniversary time. And it wasn't always about the money. We would, just get nervous because we said, you serve all year long. We get one day a year. And we just want that day to be celebrated. Of course, we all need the money. We do. But it's not just about money. You're showing up. Believe it or not, I'm always scanning the room. I know when you're not there, and I know when you're there. So I scan the room because Ember said something in the interview. She says, "Mom keeps showing up." I do. I show up when it hurts. And so when that one day comes, I expect. And if there's no expectations, there's no disappointment. So over the years, it has been a lot of disappointment because people didn't show up. Not just show up in finances. I'm just saying bodily showing up. And so this year you showed up, and for all of those that could came out, you showed up. Again, thank you in your cards, gifts, your present. Thank Antoine Holman. Thank you so very much. I sent him a text later on. He came out of just resting, and he showed up for me, and he told me, and I know he loves me. Love me. Love is what love does. And I just wanted to thank you all for an exceptional, a phenomenal 6 years. It's been great. And God told me never to worry, because I thought when I canceled Friday night, I said, oh, I'm making a mistake, because we have been doing that for 25 years, the Friday night. And then I said, I'm just going to keep it up, because Stevie's told this story, and I know we got to go, y'all. Stevie said, Mom promised Dad something, and she has kept her word, that I would never let Legacy die. I would not let him die. And I know these going to be questions next week, Kay. I'm telling you, if I'm going to ever get married again, do you want to do it again? So we'll hold all of that to next week. But I told him that I would do that. And we were sitting at the table long before he got sick. And he said, honey, will you keep my legacy alive? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to keep your legacy alive. What are you talking about? You would never die. And he says, no. He said, I know what you're talking about, but would you keep my legacy alive? And I'm saying, well, what are you saying? Because just say it. He said, I'm talking about Rhema. And I said, oh, no, Rhema is your church, and I don't want to do that. I'm doing this because, I love God and I love you, and I'm just your help. You're not going anywhere. And he slammed the table. He said, will you keep Rhema alive?
Mm-hmm.
And I knew he was serious. And I said, yes, I will. He said, because it's our legacy. He said, I fought for Rhema. I fought for the name, and I want you to keep it alive. So, with everything in me, First of all, it's about God. I never want to disappoint God, but my word has always been my bond. The day I told him that, long before he got diagnosed, I push hard when I don't feel like it, but it's a mantle that is on my life. And I promise God, and I promise him, and I promise Rhema, as long as I'm alive and breathing, Rhema would not die. And you all have made a promise, and y'all kept your promise, and you say, Pastor, I'm with you, and y'all have been there. So I want to thank you for just not giving up, and y'all allow me to practice every week on y'all. So thank you for that. And I just love my church, and I understand that my church love me. Are we a perfect church? Absolutely not. But we are striving for perfection every day. We are the church, not just the building, but people, the RhemaNation, and even the friends of the RhemaNation. We are the church. And so that's why I love everybody. I was sitting at the dinner table last night and with Stevie Anthony Ember, and we took Stevie's biological mother out, which was Wanda, and his auntie Zelda. And so we were just sitting there, and of course, she was giving her kudos, and me and Wanda and I are friends, and people don't understand our relationship. And we'll be talking about that, me and her, how the ex can get along. Listen, I'm bringing on the podcast, and I'm super excited about that. But how love is not conditional. Love is unconditional. You love not with conditions. I love unconditionally, like God loves us. He loves us unconditionally. And I really try to walk this path like God. I really do. I'm not him, but I'm striving to be more like him. Do I like everything everybody does? No. Y'all don't like everything I do, but I'm going to love you with no conditions. And so I was sitting at the table, and they were getting on me because of a situation that I allowed to happen. And so one of them said, and I can't tell you who it was, and she she says, Mom, you just, you say you're not going to do something. And, you in other words, all of them, like, you always for the underdog. No, I'm for every dog. I'm just for everybody. And my loving sometimes unconditionally gets me in trouble. Because I don't understand. I'd have no, Kay is teaching me this, boundaries, like with love. And I'm learning, because what y'all don't understand, and I know I gotta go, what y'all don't understand, being a pastor, and certainly being without bishop, without your husband, without a mate, it's a lonely road at the top. And so that's why I can give so much love. I give it even more to people that sometimes you all think they are not deserving. That's why even when they walk away and come back, and I can still embrace, because I think about even Jesus, how he loved and all of that. Peter, who was dear to his heart, when he said, you're going to deny me 3 times, and he knew the outcome before it ever came out, but he never changed his love for Peter or any of his disciples. And so I try to do that, and I'm learning, y'all. This life, it be lifing, but I remember God is God, and so I'm still learning. So don't y'all judge me. I can go on, and I can hear Bishop saying, let the people go, do what the devil won't do. is to let y'all go. But I absolutely love you all. And I love you, Kay. I love all of my children, especially my Kayla who got on. Thank you. And all I could hear, and I would need Kay to find that video for me when she was real young. She may have been 5 or 6, and she always talked with her hands. Bishop always said that the baby hands were blessed. And she says, "Welcome to the RhemaNation Church." And I've been hearing that in my head all day, and even that. Then all of my grandchildren love you all so very much. And so thank you, Team K, and thank you for the widow seat. That right there brought tears to my eyes, because it's something that when you see a thing and you know it's supposed to be, but actually to see it come to life, that was something. And I know Bishop is, again, I always use him. People always like, it's your time. I don't have a time without him, because everything I know, he was with me. Everything I'm learning, he taught me. Outside of the Holy Spirit, of course. But so you'll always hear me say something about him in this life. And I promised him that I would always keep his legacy alive. And Raymond, you are his legacy. And we all are, and we're still here. And so I'm super excited. I'm excited about the widow seat. I hope y'all go ahead, and maybe Kay and I can put the video out tomorrow with the information so we can start getting subscribers. Thank you all. I see your comments online. I appreciate you. Thank you, Nakia, for struggling with all of that in the back. Of course, we don't fault you for any of this, and I needed to say that live. So thank you, baby. We love you so much. I thank my assistant pastor, Tiger Woods. Is that who? No, Tiger Gibson. I call him Tiger Wood. He is still out of town. I love you so much. I'm able to do what I do because you continue to hold my arms up. He puts out fires long before they get to me. And I so love you. He is my nephew, but he's also the assistant pastor of the RhemaNation Church. And we love you so very much. Thank you for always having not just my back, but you have me. And so again, thank you all so much. I appreciate you all. And I'm going to have to go because I am emotional. I remember when I turned 50, I would spring a leak. But honey, at 60, it's just a whole fountain, Cheryl Brown Foster. You know how it goes. And so I love you all. And thank y'all for loving me. I feel the love. I really do. Thank you for your prayers. I feel them too. And we'll get together real soon. I'll see y'all real soon. And Kay will interview me. And maybe y'all can send some questions in, bring them in Sunday, and maybe Kay can get to some of them. And I'll try to get to as many as I can next week. And if I feel like we need another week, I'll go with another week. But remember, I said last week that this would be the weeks of wins, and it has been the weeks of wins for me. But again, I said it at the beginning of the broadcast, these wins is about to spill over. I love God. He said, I'm going to open up windows and pour you out blessings you don't have room enough to receive. And when I tell you the calls, and Kay is my witness, Alicia is my assistant now, and the calls and the doors, y'all going to be hearing more about them, that just opening up. Joyce, when I tell you, they keep opening. And God said, you said you want it. He said, you're ready. And so thank you all. And I'm going to go with that, Cheryl Brown Foss. I love you too, Rod. I love you. Rod said, Kay, yes, and Kay better ask them too. That's my son / nephew over wherever he is right now in the service, fighting for our country. So I love you, nephew. Okay, let me go. Because y'all know when I'm emotional, I'll just keep going on and on and on and on. I love every last one of you. Thank you, Tracy. I see you too. You say we love you. Absolutely. And I love you all back. Thank you all again for tuning in to the Word Encounter. It's not just a name, but it's an experience. So let me pray us out. Kind Father, I thank you for everything. I thank you for all things. because you do all things well. Thank you for 6 years. When man says no, you have always given your yes. And for that, God, I am grateful. So now I pray for all of your people that are on tonight. God, I pray for a win, a WIN this week for their lives. Give them an overflow, one of those pressed down, shaken together, and running over blessings that they don't have room enough to receive. Blow their minds this week. And I give you glory that it's already done. I see it. I see in the future. And I thank you, God, that we look better. We thinking better. We are in better health. We got more than enough than we do right now. So now I pray that you go with us, be with us, get in the bed with us. And tonight, God, even in our dreams, may the devil be rebuked now in the name of Jesus. Those things I fail to ask in prayer, please don't fail to grant them. My prayer is consistent for your people is that we live as long as we want and never want as long as we live. In Jesus' name, I pray. Go with God. Have a phenomenal week, and I will see you soon. God bless you. Good night.